guys, it's Erica here with more nail tech tutorials. If you are loving the content, please go ahead, like and subscribe right now. Today, I am going to walk us through the high-end dry manicure. Go ahead, look at these nails. The before, wah wah, and the after. So beautiful, so healthy. You need this kit to level up and perfect those cuticles. Let's go ahead and jump in. My first step in any cuticle service is to gently release the cuticle off of the nail plate. So I do that with my Boss Lady Safety Pusher. I'm taking my micro taper and I am grooming the cuticle, always staying parallel. So I love dry manicuring, and the reason for that is I truly believe it is a longer lasting manicure, better results, and it's also safer. So let's talk about how I can actually sit here and tell you guys that it's safer. And the number one thing that I can come to is that we're reducing water. So anytime water is introduced to a service, we are introducing pathogens. When we have pathogens, there are germs and bacteria. So this is something we have to be really conscientious of, and just avoiding water altogether means that we don't have those microbes. So doing this dry too also prevents from over prepping. I am a huge believer that we don't need to remove the base coat in a service. We only need to remove what product is broken down. So because of that, we are not over prepping. When we over prep the nail, and what I mean by over prepping is if I take this nail, remove the full color, and then prep, and then the client comes back. We remove all the product and then we prep again. So that means this little nail that's grown out has probably been prepped like 4 times. So what that's gonna happen is by the time this little free edge grows out, our clients aren't going to be able to ever not have product and have length. So see on this side, see on the left side, how much more open it is than the right-hand side. I'm gonna clear out some of this stuff so you guys can get a good visual. When I'm using the micro taper, my whole objective is to remove the dead skin cells up and off the nail plate. So I'm working it in forward. So check this out. I just used that micro taper and see how floppy this is over here? That's what I want. I want to create a little pocket. See how it's tighter over here? I was working my e-file in the forward direction right to left. Now I'm going to switch it into reverse and I'm going to open the pocket on the right side. Doing this is going to allow me to tuck my polish farther back. That's all we're doing is exfoliating. We exfoliate our bodies, we exfoliate our face, and here we're just exfoliating our cuticles. We're getting that dead skin cells up and off the nail plate, and I am working at a very gentle RPMs. I'm making sure that I'm not flossing like this. We do not want to floss the nail because that will cause damage to the nail plate, okay? The nail plate needs a groove. Like think of that as the track. The lateral folds are the track. The nail needs to be able to grow without a deformed track, or we will deform the nail. Once I've done that, I am then gonna just take my barrel and I'm going to lay it flat and I'm gonna just have it in reverse and like lift up that pocket. That's gonna expose more of these dead skin cells that I'm gonna later go in and use my flame. I'm also not gonna try to go super deep with my micro taper. I am gonna use my Russian flame to really get in there and open up the pocket even more. But being able to do what I call this back roll, the bit is grabbing the skin and pulling it back, creating that pocket. Let's go ahead. I just want to show you guys this so you can really see how much of a difference that back roll makes. This is probably one of my favorite techniques because it is very gentle and yet you get to see this beautiful instant gratification. Boom. So see that versus not doing the back roll? See how much more opened up this is? Dead skin cells are up and off the nail plate, and then we're gonna go a little deeper in the pocket. So I am gonna use my Russian flame and really get underneath there and start sweeping. I'm working with the Russian flame at about 8,000 RPMs, and it's really important that we change our angle where we're just running it with the tip, okay? The tip needs to be parallel as we sweep out the debris. I'm pulling the area back in which I am working, and I am very, 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 very gently just sweeping, sweeping, sweeping. All right, so I'm leading with the very side. I'm not leading with the point. I don't want to lead with the point in case my client abruptly moves. So the side of it. And when I feel a little piece of resistance, some dead skin cells, that's just when I do multiple passes. So kind of think the flame is just for doing that deep cleaning, and this is what really makes it high end. So adding the Russian flame to any of your services definitely is going to increase the time of your service. So if you're looking to do like a gel manicure in 35 minutes, maybe even 45, this would probably not be the kit I would use. And the reason for that is because it is going to take more time as it is detailed. All right, now if you are somebody who specializes in structured gel manicures, in gel, and you really want to have that luxe look, I truly believe every nail tech should have a flame. And the reason for that is because we need to get in there and open and clean out that pocket so we can tuck the polish. If we can't tuck the polish, it's not going to have that really luxe look. Like let's just be honest, our clients want the nail to like grow out like purple. Like they don't want to see any of the nail plate, which I understand. It's cool, it's beautiful, but there has to be a technique of how we can get the color back into the proximal area without it lifting. If we don't remove dead skin cells, what happens? Yeah, we have product lifting, and you're annoyed and your client's annoyed. So using the flame helps us clean up. We're creating that pocket. We're just removing debris. And what's nice is the more you do this, since we are not nipping, you guys, we are not creating damage. And if we aren't tearing the skin, it's not going to grow back all jagged and torn, okay? There's a misconception that dry manicuring isn't good. And I have to disagree with that. I think ripping live tissue is wrong. Okay, because it grows back worse and it's painful and there's blood. Like we just don't need that, right? Like I don't subscribe to beauty as pain. So all I'm doing is I'm exfoliating. I don't have to work at crazy high speeds. I'm just being very intentional. So I have used the micro taper, now the Russian flame. I always had alcohol in like a nylon brush. Some educators, some people, some YouTubers like to have more of a soft bristle. I like to have a little more of a stiff bristles because I can really get into those lateral folds and make sure I'm removing the debris, because what I don't want to do is end up over filing the nail because I think I still have a little bit of skin, but really it's already been removed. It's just stuck in the fold. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Now that we've created a perfect pocket as well as having no dead skin cells, I want to clean up this lateral fold right now. This tool, the detail bit, is really great for clients that have that deep C curvature. So some of you have asked, Erica, what are you talking about when you're referring to flossing? Well, I'm going to show you right now. This is what I consider flossing the lateral fold. So you're just taking the tool and you're literally running it down between the groove. I only floss with the detail bit because of the size. If I were to use the micro taper is a lot thicker. So I'm over filing that natural nail and the groove. If I do damage to the groove, the nail doesn't know how to grow. So having something really small like this allows me to pull back the skin, get in there, and to clean, to create that like richer depth, right? Where the nail just looks like bam. That's what we want. We want bam nails. Right, model? Mm-hmm. That's right. All right, so there is a key for success with the detail bit, depending on what side you're filing. So if you're on the left side, you want to make sure your E file is in the forward direction. And when you're filing down the right side, you want to make sure your E file is in the reverse. The reason for that is we want the bit to spin away from the nail plate under the fold, okay? See how we start to get this little fold right here? What I don't want to do is just take my bit like this, because then I'll create this like Swiss cheese look. I want to use the barrel and smooth that down and open it up, okay? Perfect. So I've done all my fingers. Now I'm going to turn my E-file into reverse because I'm working down the right side, and I'm going to continue opening it up and rolling that skin back, okay? We have used the micro taper to remove the dead skin cells off the nail plate. We have used the Russian flame to get in there and clean up our pocket. And then lastly, what we just accomplished is we opened up those lateral folds by using the flossing method. All right, only time we use the flossing method is when we're working with the detail bit because it's skinny and we just slide it through the sidewalls. All right, so here's our next step. Is using the ball bit is the most difficult bit to use. So our next step is to remove the excess dead tissue right here. You can do that two ways. You can use that with an exfoliation process by using the diamond ball bit that is in the high-end kit, or you can also tap out and use your cuticle scissors or your nippers. All right, I'm going to show you how to do it with exfoliation techniques as well as how I use my scissors. I'm smoothing this out, and then I have to pull back. I would say when people say, hey, Erica, what is the hardest bit to master? I can easily say, hey, anything with a ball, whether it is our refining ball or the small ball like this. And the reason for that is because we have to stand the cuticle up. And what I'm doing now is I'm skirting. So skirting is just going over that ledge and thinning down that area. So this is always going to change your pressure, your RPMs, depending on the skin type. But you see how it starts to shrivel up some because it's getting thinner and thinner? This is why it takes a little more time, and just depending on the cuticle, we never, ever, ever want to touch the nail plate, but we want to make it tight, apply a little bit of pressure, and always be on top, just like this. All right, so I just used the ball to exfoliate the proximal fold area. I do not want to go any farther because what I want is to have this nice pocket. So when I tuck my polish, what's gonna happen now is that the cuticle is going to relax and fall right on top of my product application. It's gonna look healthy. I haven't torn any live tissue, which means that in a couple days, your client's skin isn't gonna continue to pull back. Whereas here, I want to go ahead and show you, we haven't done anything with this. I'm going to go ahead and use nippers so you guys can see the difference. I am going to use my scissors, and right here, I am just going to gently start on the edge, and you're using just the tip and just little baby cuts. Little baby shark, do, 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 baby shark. Okay, I'll stop that now. Y'all are gonna hate me when you're thinking about it tonight. You're going to push very gently the lower blade into the proximal area, and then you're gonna do these little controlled bites, and I'm not doing any pulling. I like scissors because I can see what I'm doing, but I'm also not using that cut and pull method, which I feel we do a lot with nippers. Gonna rotate my client's finger around. We're only cutting what is dead. Right? Because if there was any kind of vascular, what would happen? It would bleed. We don't want bleeding. So here we have it. Here are the difference between the two. Now, if you were to have nipped this, what would happen is the skin would start to peel up. So what I recommend is still using your ball bit that is in your high-end kit at about 10,000 RPMs. We're gently going over the area we just cut. And what this is doing is it's just softening the skin so that blunt edge won't catch when my client goes to do it, like live life, okay? I'm also going to soften this lateral fold area. There's a little bit of skin right there. If you feel like it's not exfoliating, go ahead and increase your RPMs. You can also spray some alcohol. So spraying alcohol, we have a very little surface that it can gum up with oils from our natural skin. So if you're feeling like your bit's not cutting properly, use some alcohol in your nylon brush and continue to work. If the bit is all gummed up, it's not going to be able to successfully exfoliate. Here's the two comparisons with our high-end look. We have exfoliated with the small ball bit, and then we have used our Boss Lady cuticle scissors to cut. Whatever your preference is, just make sure they both can be done properly where they look beautiful. But if we do any kind of nipping or cutting, we want to be sure to soften. We soften by exfoliation, okay? So make sure that's a priority. If you're finding that your clients, that they just keep peeling back, we need to do less cutting of live tissue, and what we do cut, we need to make sure we soften. All right, let's go ahead and apply product. We just applied product, and now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the last bit in the kit. What I need to do is put oil all over the nails. We want that oil to just start to hydrate the nails and also to soften any blunt edges. The last bit in our kit is the polisher bit. This is my favorite, and it always has to be used with cuticle oil. And the reason for that is it's a very fine tool, and what we're just using it for is for hydration and softening. So I'm pulling back that ledge that we've been exfoliating, and at about 20,000 RPMs, you can run in forward and reverse. This is a dual cutting bit because it is diamond. And just going over the skin. Be sure not to touch the finished nail, okay? Just like that, pulling back the skin. Oh yeah, very good. Wow, look at that. This is absolutely stunning. This kit is going to level up and take your cuticle work to the next level. You guys, this transformation is amazing. Look at what it did look like to what we were able to accomplish. Remember, the high-end kit is a upgraded service. So if you're expecting to do this look in 30 minutes, this is not the dry manicure way you want to go about it, okay? We will use other bits that you can check out in other tutorials, but if you're looking for that gel polish, this beautiful look, then you guys need this kit. I hope you enjoy this. Go ahead, like and subscribe to see more of our nail tutorials.